What's going on, guys? Welcome to A-Train Gaming. And today's video, what I want to talk about is this huge buff that came out like recently. It's the last buff we had, and a couple things that slipped under the radar where some of the sights got changed. Now, I believe some of the ones that have like reduced recoil patterns are the BOA3 sight, the BOA sight, which I'm using now, the Varix, the Recon, and the Thermal. Recon and Thermal I'm not really going to touch upon. I want to touch upon the BOA and the Varix sight. Now, I learned a lot of this from, at first, before, I think right when the patch came out, I saw Sharp TK, a former pro player. He's still kind of a pro player, but he was using the Varix sight on the VMP, and I was like, that thing has no recoil. And if you remember in Call of Duty Ghosts, people used the thermal sight on submachine guns for a little stretch because it was the same thing. You could kind of unclick it, and oh my gosh, it was zero recoil. And I kind of noticed that same exact thing, and then I saw Drifter come out with this video. If you guys know Drifter, he's great with information and Call of Duty stuff. Go check out his channel. I'm sure most of you know who he is. But he came out with a site talking about these exact ones and how he thinks people should change because of how big of a difference this is. So to sum it up, the one I'm running now, the BOA site, is basically like you're running grip on it already. So it's basically like it has the amount of recoil it would have if you put grip on that gun in the first place. And then the Varix is like times 2 or 3 grips. The only thing it pointed out with the Varix site, which I'm not using in this video, is like you can't use the Varix sight and then use grip with it to also make it like a laser. You don't need grip, it doesn't change it, it's just that thing's a laser. This one is so nice. Like, this is my first arena game using it, guys, and I was trying to see, like, okay, I like Drifter's video, but could this be used in competitive? Could I use this? And I dropped over 40 kills in this uplink. It went into overtime, but I had like 38 the second half. I dropped 19 in this first half. And, like, guys, this is so good. You have to try this out for yourselves. I literally have put this on all of my classes, and I expect to be using this as long as it stays like it is. It's so good. Like, I can't even explain to you how on my shot felt, the type of stuff I was doing, just, oh my gosh. And then if you guys use the Varix on an example on a gun like the Shiva or the Man of War, some that are a little bit harder to control, or the XR2 even, because I think the XR2 kind of has a bounce. Try those 3 guns with the Varix. Personally, that's what I like with those ones. The BOA3, I don't even know what it's called, the BOA3, BOA3, whatever. I like it on the HVK and the M8 that I use. And, like, guys, the HVK is a good gun, but it's not, like, a commonly used arena gun unless, like, the M8 gets banned and the Man of War gets banned. Like, but I just went off with it, this gameplay. I don't even know what to say. Like, you guys have to try these out for yourselves. I know it's, like, a lot of it comes down to personal preference. Like, in terms of people have trouble adjusting because it's new, and these things were seen as, like, bad or, like, the less useful. Like, most people just want to go with the reflex or the ELO. That's, like, as new as they want to go as the ELO. You guys really have got to try this out for yourselves. It's like a life changer in classes. Like, guns I used to kind of run grip on, but then I got rid of because I wanted room for something else. Like, for example, I always run grip on the HVK. Now, if I run this BOA3 sight, I don't have to run grip because it's basically as if I was running grip. So it's just, and if you put long barrel on, instead of, I've been kind of going back and forth between, I made a video about this before, between using quick draw or long barrel if I only do 3 attachments. This gun just shreds. And like, the most substantial difference is if you guys use the Varix Man of War. I've already brought it up, but I will probably bring you guys the gameplay with that because it's just amazing. Like, the Man of War is probably the most powerful assault rifle. I don't know the stats, but it is kind of hard to control sometimes at ranges. Like, it definitely needs grip, and with that Varix, it shoots like the ICR does normally. Like, that's how big these changes are. I don't know how these, like, went under the radar so much. I don't know if it was in the latest patch and just no one kind of figured it out for a week, because I know Drifter watched another guy's video, and like I said, but I think right when that patch came out, I was watching a guy's Sharp stream, and I was like, it literally reminded me of the Ghost thermal sight. So I think this is going to have a huge impact in pubs. I think a lot more people are going to start running this. In terms of competitive, like, I think what's good about me bringing this video is maybe some of you here are because I post competitive arena, maybe some of you are just because you like the pubs I do, but I feel like I have a good balance of, I play a lot of pubs, I'm not too into, like, game battles and stuff, but I watch competitive Call of Duty every night, the COD World League and all that, so I feel like I'm a good middleman to see, like, not only, because, like, Drifter's more of a pubs guy, even though he does, like, have experience within the competitive, like, he knows about it. But, like, I feel like I bring a good balance to say, could this actually work? And I wanted to test it in arena. And I know a lot of, like, this stuff is just gun skill. Maybe I got in a good lobby, but my teammates did really good in this game, too. But I think this is something that, like, competitive players should look into. The BOA3 site and the Varix site. Guys, try these out. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this. If you think this is going to change the game at all, because I think it is. Thank you all for watching. and I will talk to you all later.